Well, 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 welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right, you've found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, Pete. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait. There is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
Yes, thank you, Comcast, for that wonderful connection. Perfect. It's perfect. Welcome, everyone, to the Architects of Fate. That was my friend Felix giving us the rundown, but hey, we're here playing Edinia Season 3. That's what it says over there. Over there. It says Edinia Season 3. Joining me today, we have our wonderful cast of characters, starting with Good Devil as Quentin.
Hello.
He's a half-elf warlock. And then we've got Genwashi Tashi. He's playing Gray.
I'm Gray.
He's a half-orc, and he likes sorcery.
I do.
And we've got Merc Puppy playing Jonathan J.J. Schmitz.
Hello.
He's a little forest gnome. And he too likes sorcery. And we also have Nat himself playing Gurr.
Hi.
And he's a bugbear that needs no introduction. And we're in the green again, everybody. We're in the green. Wonderful.
Does that mean we're making money?
No, definitely not.
Oh, damn it.
Nope, not that.
That is not what we are doing, unfortunately. Well, you know what? If it was money, it'd be a job. And then I'd hate it. So, it's been a fortnight since we've been in the world of Edinia. Last, we left off our crazy cast of characters. We had one character just vanish in thin air after dealing with a death. The party's still reeling. I'm still reeling. And then we had a reunited party after a Gray was found. And some other unfortunate workers in this prison met a terrible end. I think there was a shish kebab at one point.
It was a 3 guard kebab.
Mm-hmm. Gotta love
I
it.
remember a thing.
They perish pretty hardcore.
That's
to be honest.
that's what the C in NPC stands for. Kebab.
All right, well, I think it's time for us to kind of showcase a little bit where we are in the world. So let's go ahead and bring out the map.
I'm a map. Sorry.
You don't know exactly where. It was a little disorienting, but based on the terrain, you know that you were somewhere in this general area when you escaped the prison. And knowing what you know about the landscape, you know the only real way to get out of here is to go north. After running for pretty much an entire day almost, the party is beset with a great deal of exhaustion. Luckily, though, it does not appear that that you have been followed. And that brings us to the mountain pass.
Oh.
Oh, if it ever wants to catch up here for me. There we go. There we go. All right. So you finally find a spot where you all can kind of catch your breath and kind of collect yourselves without the fear of being beset upon by the enemy. What do you all want to do now? You have a new party member here that's fresh. Doesn't really know you all too well, just kind of came along for the ride. So I'll leave you all to it for a little bit. Let's see what happens. This always works out so well.
Is Gerd still carrying Halle Hare's body? No.
I think you're muted.
Nat is muted. So is Mark.
Yes. I'm still carrying the body.
Okay. Well, I think we're finally safe. I don't know. This is I don't know. It's murky, but suppose a good burial place as any.
No.
No. All right.
There's certain places that we gotta go.
Fair enough. All
Can
right.
we, I think, can we at least build something to help carry Alihara?
I got it.
Oh, he just says he got it.
Are you sure? What if we, on our way to these places, what if we run into things we must dispatch?
It didn't stop me before.
Yeah, we had to put her down to the ground. This place looks pretty wrecked.
Dirty.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone wants to make like a makeshift bed for,
I feel like Gur, if you would have me, I would. If we had a like a bed you could carry and I could carry together, each two hands on.
like a cot, kind of.
Yeah.
All right.
Gur, would you be okay with that?
Yeah, I don't make things though.
True. New friend.
Oh,
Do you have any artificing or creating abilities, building abilities?
I'm willing to give it a shot if it's all right with the rest of you.
Let's see what you got.
Okay. What do I roll for this?
I'm gonna go with survival for this.
All right. Total of 10.
I think I'm gonna roll survival as well.
Got it. Jonathan, you start bumbling around from one spot to the next, looking for materials that could be used, but you're coming up short, no pun intended.
Are you sure? I rolled as well.
15. Okay, yeah, so Architects of Fate, that is correct. Salad toss. Yeah, so it is your shower time. It is basically with a 15 you're able to with what you have on you and some of the surrounding landscape, you're able to manufacture a small cot that's able to be held on either end by 2 people.
While they're working on that, Quentin's gonna scout out and see if he can't kill anything to bring back for food. But before I walk off, I'm gonna go to I guess this little cubby,
Okay.
kind of walled on either side. And I'm gonna cast create bonfire. So we have a fire going, and
Perfect.
and I'm gonna take the jug of infinite water. And let me make sure I have the right word to say here.
I believe the word you're looking for is trickle.
Not geyser. Not geyser. It's not
No,
geyser.
I'm just gonna set it down, on the ground, and just say stream, so it fills up with 1 gallon. So, the crew has somewhere to stay warm, some drinking water. I'll try to go
Alright.
find food.
Well, since we have a bonfire here, let's go ahead and get the bonfire going.
Ooh, that's. Anyone else feel like a sudden urge to want s'mores? Is that just me?
Hey,
Literally
well, hey,
about to say that.
true Stiffmeister. It's funny you should say that. Stay tuned. So,
I don't know what they said. So did I
Quentin,
hear correctly that me and Merc are actually, building the bed? It's happening.
yes, yeah, you're doing most of the work, and Jonathan is,
Doing something.
Jonathan's we, right? So
Yeah,
this was probably
yeah, well, that's why we're gonna-
smaller bits of things that are happening
Right.
here that like the orc probably is not going to do a great job at. So.
give me highs or lows
For who?
for Jonathan.
I'm short, so I'll go low.
Low. You actually, despite not being able to find materials when you were looking, your small, nimble fingers actually do help out a lot. And Gray, you're actually able to build this in about half the time, so you're actually going to be able to get some good rest.
Like that. Gray needs rest.
Glad I could be of assistance, friend.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your assistance. So far, you've been a great add to our group. What are your plans? Do you plan on staying with us? Do you have home people? Do you have a mission that you were on? Like, what's your fucking deal, dude?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm quite far from my home, and I don't have a lot of people to go back to, unfortunately. So, right now, if you'll have me, perhaps I could be of further assistance. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we greatly appreciate any help, especially after the loss of our good friend Halihira.
Right. My
We're a little short.
condolences.
I'm sorry. I mean, we're a little short-handed.
Oh,
Does Jonathan take offense to that? We didn't really hone in on a whole lot of his personality. Does he?
Yeah.
Does he get? Does he get?
short man?
Exactly. Does he get upset at short jokes?
I think he's a bit of a doormat, so you can call him short, and he'll probably won't speak up about it.
Okay. Well, I think we're all kind of can we just metagame for a second? I think we're all
Sure.
kind of tall.
Uh-huh.
Are we all kind of tall, IRL?
Quentin would probably be the shortest of the rest of the group
But even
outside.
Quentin's not short. I don't see Quentin as short. I've been with Quentin in IRL a few times.
That's what a short
Oh,
person
are you
would
talking?
say.
Are you talking about in real life? Oh no, yeah, we're
I
all
did say that.
relatively
We're
like
all pretty
like,
tall,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It would just be funny to have one of us play as like having short man like syndrome, even though none of us are short.
Right. Gur, while they're having this conversation, what are you doing?
Brooding.
That tracks. I'm gonna. So I'm assuming I'm still building. We're still building. I'm gonna take like a quick break. It's going so fast. I'm gonna walk over to Gur. I'm assuming Gur is sitting down by the campfire. I'm just gonna assume that. Kind of like hand in hand, head low, and I'm gonna kneel down next to him, which I don't really need to kneel down next to him. But I'm kind of tall, so like I attempt it, and I'm still looking up. Put my hand up on his shoulder a little bit, and I say, "Nothing will rest until we have avenged Alihira. I'm so sorry." And I like very soft moment rest my head on his shoulder, which my hand is on as well, kind of in solidarity.
I'll reach over and pat him on the head.
God, fucking Frank loves a pat, dude. That's great. Not Frank, excuse me, Gur. Where are we?
We are not in Barovia.
Nope. It looks like it though, to be honest, this map. A little bit.
So yeah, let's see. This all is going on. Quentin.
Yes.
This mountain pass is pretty desolate, but you are able to find some tracks that lead to, let's see. You see a couple of small rabbit-like creatures kind of burrow into this mound of rocks. And it looks like they've got going underground here. So there's some protein to be had.
Well, seeing as how I can do this from up to 300 feet away, and I could potentially hit two of them, so hiya.
All right, go ahead. Roll your hiya.
All right, I'm gonna take I'll roll 2 hits, but we'll see if the first one kills the first rabbit. First one's gonna be +8. That's a 24. Yeah, 24.
That hits.
And the second one's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits. Surprisingly, they do have a slightly higher AC because they are tiny and dexterous. Tough to hit, but both of those are good enough to hit. Highs or lows?
Highs.
Highs? Okay. You smash both of those rabbits, pretty much just ending them right then and there. They fall lifeless to the ground in front of this mound of rocks and such.
All right, go over, retrieve them, and then I'm gonna return to the camp. And along the way, I'll look for, just sticks, branches, some firewood to bring back.
Perfect. You're able to find enough for like a small bundle under your arm. And True Stiffmeister, awesome. Quentin, on your next ability check or attack roll, you're going to have advantage.
Thank you, Stiffmeister.
All right. Back at camp, you're pretty much finished with the cot. You've got a nice warm fire with some water, and after a few moments, you notice as a silhouette of Quentin slowly starts to get bigger on the horizon, and he looks like he's carrying some stuff with him.
Hey, boys, how we doing? I got dinner.
Oh my God, grub. What'd you get?
These rabbit-looking things look like they got some decent meat on them.
Through my time faking my way through life, I spent a few fortnights as a line cook. Do you mind if I take a stab at it, as it were?
Yeah, by all means. And I'll and I also and I brought some firewood. So if you want to skewer these guys, and that's what I was thinking. But if you want to take a shot, take a shot.
I mean, I'm gonna skin them, gut them, fillet them, and then skewer them.
Mhm.
Is that cool?
Sure.
That's the plan.
Go ahead.
rude.
Go ahead, and just for the sake of doing it, go ahead and roll a survival check.
Is it survival though? Because like I did it.
I would call
like,
cooking survival.
but I
yes.
would call it. I learned it via performance. Like I faked my way into restaurants. I would say this is a performance role if I had to put money on it. Survival.
Yeah.
Fuck.
19 roll is perfect.
I have a
so
0 in survival, so I'm taking that.
so you go ready to skin these delicate rabbits, fillet them up nice, debone,
that.
and I just realized that I
forgot.
didn't set this to loop, so give me 1 second while I get your campsite back.
Oh, the
and
fire's
running.
out. Hold on, let me recast Create Bonfire. There we go.
Lost concentration.
Yeah, exactly. Lost concentration.
He was
I
in-
did.
listen,
it
the
does
devil-
have a range on it. So
Yeah, maybe
I
maybe
did-
it popped out when you walked away.
Oh, I was gonna say Q was like in
Bonfire.
awe of Gray's ability to, prepare these animals and then loses concentration. He's just jaw dropped and drooling and maybe
So-
sweating a little bit.
So here we go. Hold on. I got to get through this before we forget this redeem. You expertly prepare the all of these fillets. Yep. Your good old buddy pops out of the sack.
I would like to say that he's sort of a Ratatouille situation. Like he hangs out on top of my head and pulls my hair in different directions.
Sure. So from the top of your head, he dives down back into the bag, ruffles around, and comes up with some seasonings and seasons it up all nice. Everybody, you smell this, and it smells delicious.
Can
And
we just talk about how like he's probably the Swedish chef, and he like instead of saying things that anyone can understand, he's like, yeah.
and
Wait,
I'm living for this.
were they on your head while you were preparing the food?
Correct.
If it's a ratatouille thing? Okay.
Yes.
And right as the meat is at the moment where it is perfectly cooked, you see it and recognize it with your 19, and you get ready to pull it off the fire, and all of a sudden the fire goes and engulfs all of the food and then dies down a little bit, going back to normal, leaving charred, dry meat.
You know what, guys? I've been here before. Honestly, Mortimer's been in more of my cooking situations than I would like to have admit. I'm gonna make this work for us. I'm gonna take I'm improvising. I'm taking the charred bits out, right? And I'm gonna essentially fine dice them. Okay, so we have like the flavor. It's gonna be umami flavor. Okay, think rich, think earthy, think delicious, right? I'm gonna fine dice it almost into a seasoning. So I'm gonna get it real ground up. I'm gonna ask if anybody has any barley or wheat or components for bread. Anyone have any components for bread? Anyone? Have any bread components? Guys? Do you have anything?
So here we go. I'm absolutely gonna do this. Sniffler dives from your head into Noel's bag and comes up with half a baguette.
Oh, it's fully prepared. All right. Well, I wasn't prepared for that.
A
Butter,
little
anyone?
stale.
It's
Anyone
it's a
have any
little.
butter?
It's been a while.
Too bad we don't have any pocket meat. I slowly look over at Gurr, give a nod, come back. Okay, so we're gonna make this work.
Okay, you know what? Make a sleight of hand check with advantage since you did roll a 19 on your for your cooking. I'll give you advantage on the sleight of hand to cut all this up and make something of it. Hey, there you go, a 20. With everything that you have, you are able to
Waste all my good rolls on food.
you were able to at least make something that is slightly edible.
I'm thinking like you take the bread, we put some butter on it, right? We sprinkle the umami, we put it face down, we get some like toasted garlic-esque bread, but it's like umami bread that we can all eat and share, and it's probably pretty fucking delicious.
Yeah.
Can I use prestidigitation to flavor it better? If I'm
Absolutely.
reading this right?
Yeah, you absolutely can. You can use prestidigitation to change the flavor of something.
Bruh.
It's a great spell.
Genius.
It's a great.
I love
It's so versatile.
So I'm assuming it's all gathered together, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have it on display at this point on a platter. I'm very proud. Gray is very, very proud.
It looks. You know what? Coming from the charred heap that it was before, it looks a lot better.
Take that, Truthmeister.
So I just subtly walk up to the display, I guess. Do some little hand gestures and
What's
I
the
make
flavor? What's the flavor, bud?
It,
You can't just throw this away. You have to tell us the flavor.
I'm thinking
Cheesy.
KFC, but it's rabbit.
KFR.
I'm going with that.
Hell
KFR.
KFR.
Yeah, so Gray's gonna dig in. He just nom 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 nom. Nom. He eats one like little square of umami rabbit bread, and yeah, I mean that's what he's doing. And then he looks around and goes, "Anybody got any hold on, Sniffler?" He like shakes the bag. Sniffler. What do we have for drinks for the party? You know what I mean by drinks.
And then he just waddles away.
What the fuck? All right, guys, we're going thirsty. How am I gonna survive the night?
Got water.
Well, that's a shame. I figured you'd be good for a few bottles in your sack there, Greg.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, bud. Did you take it? I mean, you would. Did you do it? Do I need to punch your butt? What's happening here?
You guys you still don't like you guys still have a little bit of disorientation as well about what what happened to you all.
And well, in all due fairness, Gray, we were in that dungeon for I don't know, at least a day, and then we spent another day running, and you haven't had a drink in any of that time.
I gotta be honest. I feel fucking great though. Like,
Yeah, you seem great. I
You
expected,
do. You feel you do feel normal.
I honestly thought it was because I was fucked up. Am I not drunk?
See, now I always thought that if you ever stopped drinking, the resulting hangover would cause a singularity that would destroy the universe. Glad to see that wasn't the case.
I think that's what happened with my mom, to be honest. Wait a minute.
Hey, little guy, how long were we in there?
I believe it was, if I remember correctly, please correct me if I'm wrong, DM, about a day, give or take.
Oh,
Not as long as I have.
oh. And that's Quentin's eating his KF rabbit. All right, well, JJ, we're certainly happy to have you along with us, but you know, why were you in?
Me? Well, it's
Please tell me it's a mass murder or some shit. Like, I need to know. Tell me this guy's a serial killer. Like, fuck.
Got two criminals.
Shut. Yeah.
I need to know that
I'm just like,
he's planned the fall of a yeah. He's planned the fall of an entire society. He's the reason for a coup in some fucking smaller country. What is it? I have to know. I'm sorry.
what I did, I'm not really proud of it, but you have to, I couldn't help myself. You see,
Uh-oh.
I wanted it so bad, but
No.
it shouldn't.
We need details immediately.
I stole a book.
Excuse me?
I know.
A book.
You stole a singular book.
Why?
Did you steal it from the church or a castle or like how'd you get in? Like, dude, I'm all ears. I want to hear the harrowing tale of JJJJ, the renowned book stealer.
You missed like 17 J's, but we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it like that. You know, it's okay.
There was a book that I wanted for innocent purposes, just to read.
Sure. What's the name of the book, bud? We'll be the judge of that.
Hold on, I got
The name? Yes, please.
Did it have pictures?
No, we're making this up as we go along. This is great.
That's what we're all. That's what we're all wondering. To be honest. What kind of book was this?
You're right. It was embarrassing.
Well, not that kind of book.
Look, Gray's hung out with like some of the shadiest of nefarious, like scum kind of the earth sort of people in his dealings and like learning through his life and as he was escaping and stuff. He's assuming the worst about our new friend. He's very concerned. He wants to know what book it is, where it came from, why.
Bugbear burlesque. Weekly.
I mean, I get it. I get it, you know. A Bugbear burlesque book. Hell yes.
For dummies.
It's for educational purposes only.
Oh, come on, tell us already. Spill the beans.
The tea. Spill the tea.
Sorry, just to read. Give me a sec.
Not you, good devil.
I know.
That would upset your electronics. Tell us what you're
There
doing.
was this book I wanted to read. It was in a place, I believe it was a church, and it was off limits to everyone, but to be fair, I love reading. I don't get out much, so reading has always been something that I do to pass time. It gives me purpose in taking knowledge. And this book, it seemed very important, and I couldn't help myself. I thought about asking someone to help me with it, but I couldn't do that. I couldn't let anyone do that for me. So I snuck in, and when no one was looking, I took the book and I left. Unfortunately, my actions were quickly realized, and I was unfortunately apprehended for it. That was all about a month ago.
Oof. So you've been in it for a month and for a book? Who'd you steal it from?
He did mention a church.
Oh, he did. What
God, is that you?
church? What church did you steal from?
I believe it was something about midnight, maybe?
Wait, what?
He said something about midnight.
If I
So
remember correctly.
the Church of Midnight.
Okay.
That's
Q, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
that's the name of the church.
Listen, Mist, we're trying to like uncover this in game. You're like, listen, this is the answer. Q, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
But we spent. It can't. No, no way.
Oh yeah, right. No way.
Look at him, and look how much planning we put into getting into that place and then getting out.
Wait. Hey, new guy. How long have we been here? Have we been here as long as you've been here? Or I feel like it's about a day-ish. Like how long? I mean, have we been here the whole time you've been here? Like
It was a day. He said that earlier.
I do remember you coming in like just a day ago.
okay.
I couldn't see much, but I just remember there was some blinding flash from. I couldn't see very well, but afterwards, I remember you were taken away. Well, you were unconscious from the looks of it.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, why were we there?
That was actually what I was about to ask all of you.
I don't remember anything.
So
you
that's
remember
right, because you weren't interrogated like the rest of them were. So they probably have a little bit more of an insight than you do.
You guys know why we're here? Q,
All right.
girl?
Last thing I remember was, well, me and Noel were about to get into a scrap with some of the clerics from the Church of Midnight, and everything gets really fuzzy after that.
Who's Noel?
And then we woke up in Sister Nova and Noel.
I remember Sister
Yeah.
Nova.
And then it gets really fuzzy, and then us waking up in the dungeon, and then douchebag, making jokes. I guess he already knew Hallie was dead. Like he knew walking into that room.
Are you listening in on this conversation, Gur?
Just casually.
I assume we're all around the fire. at this point.
Roll. What do you think? What do you think would be a good skill check for trying to resist the urge to scream out at hearing the mention of Holly being dead?
Stealth.
Maybe wisdom.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Go ahead, make me a wisdom save. DC. Well, we'll do this as 10, straight down the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
15.
So you hear it, get a little tingle, but you don't really, unless you want to. I won't take it away from you.
I'll get a little tingle.
I was get a little tingle.
I love a good tingle.
But please continue.
Yeah, that's the last thing I remember. And yeah. So he had the only other thing that I recall that I saw, but he had an interesting tattoo, a real interesting tattoo.
Who?
What was the name of the guy that was torturing us?
Oh, I have that written down here. It was, what the hell was his name?
Is this one of the men we skewered?
No,
Sorry.
this was
No,
his name is Yarnik Alfman.
Yeah, that Yarnik guy, that the one that was making out all the jokes and talking all that shit. He had like I said, he had a very interesting tattoo. He had himself, and I pulled my sleeve down. He had himself one of these. Like, what the hell were they? Why did they catch us? And why were they more interested in? Oh wow, God, that's another thing.
Jonathan, while this is going, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but Jonathan, roll Arcana for me. Continue.
like Gur, or not Gur, sorry, Gray, they were, bro,
Hi.
they were most interested in you.
Me?
Yeah.
Why me?
I'm just trying to piece things together.
What's that symbol mean?
Jonathan, you see the tattoo and you're just like, oh, cool tattoo. Would you have ever discussed with Gur what the tattoo meant? I mean, you've told the party that you were a member of the Order, so they know that. But did you ever talk to them about the tattoo?
And mine's at this point is pretty withered down, and you see that Quentin has added a little brand, some branding, and instead of just the standard Order tattoo, he's got just one little line right going down, so it's just now instead of an O, it's a Q.
Nice.
But well, theirs doesn't have, theirs is, look, theirs isn't how mine's, I just made that alteration because I don't want to be associated with those bastards. But yeah, guys, like if you ever see this mark on someone, point them out to me because they gonna die as quick as I can make that happen.
What's it mean?
It's the mark of the Order.
You were a part of the Order?
I was.
All right, now at the mention of
known.
at the mention of the Order, Jonathan, you would know as a member of this world that the Order is like talked about almost like a conspiracy. They don't exist. They're like a bedtime story that people tell their children about to scare them into going to sleep. They're mysterious and they are behind the scenes. Think very Illuminati like. So to your knowledge, you never even knew that they existed.
Wow.
Bravo, sir. Bravo.
Oh, right. Yeah. These guys, I'm kind of just so used to being open about it these days. Yeah. It's real. They even had the gall to wait. And I kind of just look at my hands and they look slightly different to me. I'm complete.
You've lost
What?
us. What do you mean? What's happening here? Complete. You seemed complete to me. A complete ass.
Wow.
I love you,
whoa.
bud. What's going on here?
Hold on. This is a big moment for me, Gray.
Sorry.
They are possessive of some ancient magics. One of which, the best I can tell you, or the layman's way to say it, is they tore my soul in two. They kept what they wanted and what they thought would help them the most, and the original Q you met was was what was left, the chaos that they didn't want. But it's all here.
Roll insight on that for me. With that revelation, you can do that at advantage.
All right, good, because I need it, because that would have been a 10 total. That's better. That's a 19 total.
19 will work. Noticing this about yourself and piecing together Gray's apparent sobriety, which goes contrary to your last memories, you're starting to now
there you go.
piece together the fact that there's some missing time. That there's something that there is a chunk of time that you can't account for because you should remember yourself becoming whole. You should remember Gray getting sober, and you just don't.
Yeah, no, like, I'm guessing this didn't happen in the prison, and Gray, I don't think I've ever seen you sober. I was gonna say for more than 10 seconds, but even that would be an overestimate. What did we miss? Like, what did we miss? That things have happened. You, JJ. You're sure
Me?
we were only there? Yes. You sure we were only there for a day?
Well, in the prison, yes. Just a day.
Odd. Why can't that it's only what I've been working for as long as I've known you guys. Like, I thought I would. This isn't right. It's the only thing I've ever wanted, and it's here, but I don't know how it happened. God, well, we're not gonna. I suppose I'm not gonna figure anything out just sitting here and screaming at the clouds. Oh, no sense in thinking about it. There's more important things. And Q will walk over to Gurr and sit down next to him, put his arm around him. I ain't holding that, buddy.
I need to do this. I need to lay her to rest.
Well, of that we can agree, and we'll get her there.
And it is getting pretty dark and late out. Pretty much the only light that you're getting in this this little valley here is from the campfire around you, or in front of you all. So if you guys want to come up with a watch order, or if there's anything else that you want to do before going to sleep.
No. And well, per always, I'll take a watch. Unless anything else has changed, I still fully recover from a half rest.
I think Gray at this moment, I'm assuming, DM, that we have finished the cot.
Mm-hmm.
Holly Hera is laid upon the cot. I'm just gonna assume that in canon we stacked some rocks on the edges of the two portions of the two handles of the cot on either side, so the four handles. So she's not sitting on the ground; she's kind of like floating a little bit near us.
Sure.
I'm assuming that we've done that. If
You all had
you
had plenty of time to do that. Yeah, absolutely.
Gray is going to just kind of like meander over. Like I'm assuming she's not too far from us, over to where Holly Hera is, and basically get down on like both knees. So he's like, kind of not over top of her, but like next to her, and like kind of looking upon her as she lays, and he's gonna take out from his back pocket a piece of pocket meat that he had, and he's gonna just slide it, right into either, if she has a breast pocket, right in there, if she has a pant pocket, whatever, if she has a pouch, a satchel, whatever, he's just going to slide it in and then pat it and then go back over to the fire. It was from her. The pocket meat came from her. He just still had it in his pocket.
That's so old. It's so old.
It's dried meat, okay? This is all jerky. It has to be.
Hey, you know what? You know what? Jerky can still go bad.
It takes years.
True. All right.
Also, no one's eating it, so it's not like I would like held on to it to eat it later. I held on to it because my friend gave it to me.
Don't think I'm not tempted.
Gur, get ready for that Constitution saving throw.
Right.
Let's see. Okay.
This is when we lose Gur.
As long as no one plans on doing anything in the middle of the night goes by without any real incident.
I don't plan on doing anything. I think Gray's gonna like depresso sleep. He's in one of those like, he's not the most sad he's ever been, but he's not the most happy he's ever been. He goes to sleep, and I think he probably just like, dreams of the past. But I think there's probably sort of like a nothing that like is over his dreams. Meaning like he's dreaming about things that, everyone here has done. But there are parts of dreaming that happens while he's asleep that he doesn't fucking remember. Like it's not, he's in the dream, he's observing it, and he's just assuming, right, during these dreams that like, oh, this is just what your brain does. It takes your subconscious and like your past experiences and it makes weird things happen. But he's experiencing things he's never experienced before, which includes like, him feeling clear-minded, feeling unanxious, feeling clean. and astute.
It's a weird feeling for him.
Yeah, no, it feels bizarre as fuck. Like he's not sure what's going on.
All right. Well, with that, everybody starts to stir. Gur, I would imagine with your goal of putting Holly to rest, you're probably the first one up and like packed and ready to go by the time
like
even
Christmas
then.
morning, but, like,
Exactly,
not Christmas morning,
exactly.
yeah.
Like Christmas morning for
Oh,
all
yeah,
the
I'll
wrong
start
reasons.
smacking people awake. It's time to go.
The urge to Frank this up, like just instantly, I keep feeling like I'm Frank. Like I thought like it'd be hard to wake up. Like I don't. I'm still getting used to this, guys. I'm not Frank anymore.
You guys got a pretty desolate road ahead of you. Pretty barren valley between two large mountains, blotting out the morning sunrise, leaving you in dark shade. Slight dew covering the ground, leaving some of the areas slight patchy with mud. And off in the distance, as far as you can see, it's just more and more of this mountain terrain. Can you hear that? There we go.
Yeah.
Give him that dice.
Gotta love the dice.
All right, we're 45 minutes out. I think that's perfect time. Highs or lows?
Middle.
I heard a lows. I heard a lows. After what feels like a long trudge in the morning, Gur, you start to notice the ground off in the distance starts to get a little bit less ashy, a little bit less rocky, a little bit less muddy. A little bit
I think we're going the right way.
sprouts of grass are popping up until it starts to get more and more green all around you. And you're finally starting to make your way to the other side of the mountain pass to a more safe and life-filled area. And off in the distance, you see one lone tree. No trees around.
Is that a TV show?
Yeah, that's one. Well, hey, this is a one tree hill. I see what you did there. But off in the distance, you see this one tree on this hill. There's no other bushes, no other trees, nothing in the surrounding area. Almost as if this spot is calling out to you.
Okay. I think this is where we gotta go.
If you say so, I'll follow.
Right behind you.
All right. You guys get to the base of this tree. It looks like a very, very large, thick oak tree. I'll leave that up to you all. That's your all's decision.
Is that like a little rocky area there next to it, or?
Yeah. There's definitely a spot close by where you could make a pyre if you wanted.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna kind of set her body by the tree and then start to build like a big pyre with whatever I can find.
And you all notice as Gur says no words, asks for no help, walks over, sets down Holly, and gets to work.
Seeing him, grabbing, whatever what he can, I think I know what's going on. I'll assist in gathering and start building. So yeah.
All right. Got a nice little pyre building going on. Jonathan, anything you want to do?
I guess I could probably take some of like the small branches or ferns, try to make like some reeds, just try to make their pyre a little bit more decorative, a little more respectable.
Perfect.
Even though I didn't know this person.
Hey, you know that's what good people do. You know, when you go to a funeral, even if you didn't know the person, you're like, hey, I'm here to pay respects. That's a perfect way to do it. And as soon as we get Gray back, we will find out what it is that he would like to do. Are you trying to talk to Gur at all while you're working, or just kind of silently going at it as he is?
I'll ask him, because I want him to remember the good memories and be like, so, I heard of, we all spent a lot of time together, but, how did you two meet? Like, how'd you end up in her service and her to you?
I was cast out of my clan, and she found me, and she wanted to be my friend. Before that, I just had Bonk.
Hey, buddy.
Bonk's one of the real ones, but so was Hallie.
JJ, you watch Gur pull out this skull. You heard me say, "Hey, buddy," but you did not hear anything come out.
Oh, you carry a skull. Neat.
Hey, this one's really he's really observant, isn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't eat a lot, so he can stick around.
It's weird. It's
Oh,
all
Not again.
you feel
I'm
like
not hearing this, right?
you don't hear
None of us do.
you don't hear Bonk speaking, but you definitely hear Gurr responding.
Gray says, "Not again."
Yeah, me and Gray are very much used to this. Like, oh, he's talking to his pet skull again.
You know what I feel like, and this is like I'm metagaming, and maybe maybe I have no business talking about what Gur's backstory would be like, but maybe Bonk is Gur's like safety blanket, and every time there's some sort of traumatic event, Bonk comes out and becomes part of Gur's like safety mechanisms.
Yes, Bonk is Gur's Wilson from Castaway.
Fucking right. Okay, amazing. Also, does Sniffler have anything to say? I mean, Bonk's out. Bonk is out.
Sure, yeah. I mean, he always has something to say. You'll see Sniffler is at the pyre, and every single time like a new piece of wood gets put onto it, he hops around and starts like arranging it just a little bit more perfect. And
Yeah, but I mean, wait, do you know what he says? Listen, hold on. We're all Stifler, do you hear Bonk? No. Stifler, he's not saying anything. No, you're crazy, dude. Like, none of us hear him. What do you mean?
And then he turns around and starts getting back to work.
Okay, well, that's fucking weird.
I'm sorry, you understand that thing?
Yeah, I mean, you don't understand?
Not really.
It takes time.
It's kind of like R2.
Like freaking Groot, dude. Like R2 and Groot, yeah.
Don't bring up Guardians of the Galaxy, please don't.
I know, dude. I cried like a baby, bro.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I was sobbing.
So many times.
Every time you thought it was going to be okay, it wasn't okay.
Sky.
Nope. Stop. Don't. Nope. No. You shut your mouth.
yeah, there's spoilers.
Oh, Good Devil hasn't. Okay, well, I mean, it's
Phase 5 and beyond, so. Yeah.
I think I'm Disney Plus now.
It is.
It is.
Anyway.
Hell's when I have seen it. I don't go places. All right.
So he talks to dead things.
Which
This one.
who,
Mhm.
Sniffler or
The guy with the skull.
I mean, technically, so do I. You got a problem with it?
No, of course not.
Gray puts a giant lumbering hand on top of his head and goes, "It's okay." Kind of gives a little pat. A little pat goes, "It's all right, bud. Listen, I'm just as weird as you are."
Maybe this old this old kind of familiar style banter back and forth has kind of made you all not forget what's going on, but made it a little easier. Before you know it, the pyre is done. Hey, Beef Squatch.
Hey. Well, there's a few more. There's an extra E in there, so it's beef scotch.
Beef Squatch. Yeah, those are the items you can redeem. If you do !redeem and then a space and then one of those items, you can redeem that and it will wreak havoc in our game. We love havoc.
Yeah.
So as soon as I'm guessing once the pyre's complete, Gur's gonna set her body atop of it.
Yes.
And
I'll put Bonk in the tree where he can get a good view of what we're doing.
Oh yeah, buddy. This is the spot right here. Front row center. I got perfect view. Panoramic.
Once he sets her down, I think it's only appropriate that I cast Druidcraft on the pyre, to make all the sprouts of or all the branches just start sprouting leaves and flowers, and just completely encapsulates her within the pyre. Um,
Somebody wants some attention.
he wants to play.
She's new. She's wild.
So as you do that, all of the like the little pieces off of the sticks where branches would be coming out start to grow a little bit more, and all of the leaves and the vines and stuff that Jonathan was placing around the edges, around the base to kind of beautify it a little bit, all start to grow and bloom and make this beautiful bouquet almost of different greens and blues and reds and pinks and yellows, to really kind of give your friend the send-off that she definitely deserves.
I was taking a PP metagame here. Are we cremating /
Yes.
sending off in a Vikings sort of? Okay.
Anakin Skywalkering.
Right. Okay.
Um,
Gray is
so-
good. Sorry.
I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say once it's all grown, Quentin's gonna just bend the knee and put his arm and head to it, and just whisper past the branches and just tell her, hey, I feel like we lost a lot of time and I can't wait to remember all the good times we had. But for what I do remember, thanks for keeping me in check. I'll see you in the next life. And I'll stand up and walk away.
Did anyone else want to say their words?
Cry in real life like I am right now.
Oh, you just
yeah.
just wait.
Right on cue.
He's not Frank.
Oh, he dropped the ball on that.
That's crazy.
He just dropped.
Oh crap! Wrong prop.
I think Gray is just standing like like a couple feet back, and he's like playing with a prestidigitation spell, essentially, like some sort of like glow orb
At this
with
point,
his hand.
at this point, a light rain starts. Not heavy enough that it would stop the fire from burning, but just light enough to make you all have to pay your respects in the rain now. Thanks, Ermslayer, for making it a rainy funeral.
The fuck, Hey, listen.
That is sadness.
Any of you in here who watch other streams that Erm's in, make sure he pays for this.
Yeah, make sure.
Looks like everybody else is done.
He's gonna get ermed. Bad.
It's a verb.
Gar's going to look at the pyre and say, Holly, there's a tree much like this one that he found me. You're my only friend when I was cast aside by everyone else. That funny smelling wizard said he would answer one question. So I asked him if we'd be friends forever. He told me that nothing lasts forever, and I hated him for it. I didn't know it meant it would end so soon. I'd planned on leaving to find some way to help you live forever. And I'm so sorry I wasn't fast enough. I'll do better. And then Gerb will break and walk away.
And once he sees that Gur has paid his respects, Q will take a step forward and one more time cast Create Bonfire in the center of the pyre.
And all of that druid crafted foliage at the base catches almost instantly. And Holly is engulfed in a flame that burns bright and hot. Hold a second. I have to stop the rain for just a moment. Just pretend it's still Slayer, it's still raining. It's still raining.
No, Erm, it's gone. Fuck you.
Okay, I didn't practice this beforehand, so we'll see how this goes. You all gather around the pyre as everyone has said everything that they have needed to say. And a sudden sadness starts to creep in as your friend's story starts to come to a close. Gur, you look to the fire and look up at the sky as the ashes start to flicker off, and think back to the first time that Holly picked up a stick to play with you and it started your love of sticks. And you smile. Gray, you look up and think back and realize that Holly never turned you down for a drink, no matter what was going on. And you smile as well. Q, you remember that one time that she missed hitting you with a firebolt, setting you up for the perfect hi-ya. And you too smile. Everyone looking up at the flames. And the ashes rising up into the sky. And you all think and turn your heads back down to the fire. And the finality of it all finally sets in. The sun starts to set, and so does the story of your friend Holly Hera. May she find the peace in death that she sought so much so in life.
Bravo.
And I realized that you were closed up on that entire thing instead of me.
No, well done.
And that is a wrap on Holly Hera, everybody.
Oh boy. Hey guys, I'm really crying. Can you call your wife into the room, please? So I know that she's really here. She's still here.
Jesse! They need confirmation that you are actually alive.
The autistic one doesn't know. Could you please? Could you please? I know, I'm sad. Thank you.
Oh,
She can tell us.
They're all sad that Holly Hera is now dead. They need confirmation that you're alive.
Camera?
Yeah.
I'm alive.
Hey.
Everybody.
Hi.
oh, look, everyone! There goes Benedict Arnold.
That helped so much. Oh my god.
That was sad and touching, but unfortunately, the whole time I was thinking it would have been a real dick move just to cast Ray of Frost on the bonfire.
That'd be fitting for your other character.
So let me get it back to the rain. So Slayer gets his jollies.
No. No.
Also,
No.
I need some background sound because the silence it's drives me nuts.
Echo it.
So you're all kind of just standing there now in the rain. The fire has burnt out, and the only thing left is some slightly wet ashes now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over to Quentin, hold up his arm, and say,
Yep.
"We're gonna kill them."
Yeah. I've been on that train. I'm glad you're joining.
Where do we start?
Well, it's it's obvious to me we've lost some time, and if I am
Like a day.
back to being one, then we've had our clash with them, or at least I've had a clash with them. I don't know if they'll still be where I know, or where I know they used to congregate. But it seems as how we don't have any other leads. My suggestion for now is we get our bearings, we find civilization, figure out where we are. Because right now I don't know what direction. Fill in the blank later where the order is, what continent we're on currently.
Got it. Well, if anyone wants to roll, since I've been giving you guys I've been being pretty light with combat. I want to give you guys some more opportunities to roll. Go ahead and roll if anyone wants to roll survival.
Ooh, natural 20.
Thank God I'm not in combat.
15s and higher. That would be Gray and Gur. And the natural 20, yes. Oh, wait, no, I'm looking at Gur's wisdom save. So I've got natural 20 and the 15 from Gray. Perfect, okay. Gray and Q. I'm going to zoom in here for the audience. You know that you pretty much came through this mountain pass right here, which means that you were pretty much just on the other side of it right here. You know of a town that's on the coast over here. So you know that if you can get there and get to a boat, you can get pretty much anywhere in the world if you need to. So
It's a start. If we are where I think we are, if we continue northeast, we should hit the town of... Holding for a name.
Yeah, hey, town. This is a town that the players have never graced. It is not the starting town for any of the characters, so we have never named this town. It's time for naming, everybody. Chat.
Need a name, chat?
We need names. My
Townie
players.
McTownie face.
My players, please also throw things out. I love to mishmash, so I might smush yours together with theirs.
TikTok chat, that means you too.
Do it.
I need a name for this fantasy town. Tossing Hole. I like that. Town of Yarble Marble. Okay. We're getting there.
Sandovia. Just throw together some letters in my head.
You're muted.
No, I know.
Oh.
Sometimes I'm muted for you guys, but not for TikTok. Oh my God. Hold on.
Okay, so we're going to do...
Yarble Hole.
All right, the town of Yarhole Tossing. I liked Yarble Marble. All right, so the town of Yarhole Tossing is off Yarholt Tossing. Okay, we could do that. It's 2 words though. It's Yarholt. We'll do that. Yarholt and Tossing. Look, we've workshopped it. We're good. Salad.
Like I'm in.
It's canon now. It's Yarhole Tossing. There we go. So I take it that's the direction y'all are headed?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
It takes a while. but you finally find a path. That gentle path turns into an actual road. And that
Oh
road...
no.
I still hear her laughing.
I can
The ghost shadow.
It's like she's still here with us. As you approach the town, you see a distant figure standing in the middle of the road. And I know
And he said,
Nah,
play the best song in the world, or
I'll eat your
souls.
souls. I know we are usually one of the ones that goes 2 hours. We're gonna go and we're just gonna do the hour and a half today, because I needed to get this funeral done and out of the way so we could
For a friend.
introduce our new player next week. I'm sorry, next fortnight. But yes.
All things considered, you want to do next week? Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay.
You can't just sprinkle that on us. I guess you can. You can do whatever you want.
Oh, I mean, I can, and I'll add definition once we're off stream.
Yes, but
Discord.
oh yeah, drop in the Discord so you can find out exactly what actually does happen here.
Oh yeah, the Discord. We have a Discord. Join it.
Join
the
it. Yeah.
Discord.
Check out
So
the Discord.
yeah, and I wanna thank everybody for we lost encounter. What encounter? There was an encounter?
Oh,
With what?
encounter no longer exists, Salad Toss. It's enemy if you want to redeem something for the crew to not fight or to fight. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
ally.
Summon an enemy for us not to fight.
Correct.
Yeah.
A
I mean,
friend-
that is a possibility.
We'll just
Or
make
you
fun
have
of
to
them.
Fight.
We'll make fun of them and we'll make sure they're not involved in our crew. Like we'll make them feel bad about themselves. We won't fight them. They're
Like-
all enemies.
Is that
Like,
me?
you can even redeem, festive animal holiday animals
Yeah.
as an enemy. That's pretty fun.
Devil, I just want to also thank you so much for rolling with that so well. I feel like we played that fucking
Well,
perfectly.
there was a point where you went before. I thought I kind of figured, Dr. Twitch was gonna voice, and then you were like, "Oh, you know where we are. You come do the voice. It's your name." I was like,
So hey, yeah, join us on our other streams where crazy things like that happen, where we have guest spots that just magically appear and play Dominic the Christmas Donkey in a Star Trek universe. I'm sorry, we haven't done Star Wars in a while, but anyway, I want to thank my wonderful cast here. That's Good Devil, Quentin. You did a great job today. Jen Washitashi doing it from both ends. Thank you.
Heard that about him.
I'll be honest. I could have just done one.
Merc Puppy, always a bright shining example of just how to be an awesome player.
I try.
And Gur for just being Gur.
Way to go, Gur.
Yep. And this is the part where I fumble to my Discord so that I can read my script. I should have set this up beforehand. Thursday, that's tomorrow.
Ooh.
Aliens at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with 2 players taken out by the Predator alien. Hey, I didn't die first. What will happen next? Will Armageddon survive 2 more glitches? No, and especially not after raining on Holly Harris' funeral. He's a dead man. He's a dead man tomorrow.
I have feet chips.
How will the ally redeem come into play? Come find out. Oh, Kirk, can you get a raid going?
I do.
Oh, perfect. Where am I at? Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Cookie Trek episode titled "Polarizing Peril." Join Simon and Rufus the robot for some Star Trek adventures where they break a brand new story with an AI GM, all while eating Reese's peanut butter cookies. The story this week must include forced to fight to the death, tension between strong-willed allies, and polarize the whole plating. So this Sunday, we usually have Tomb of Annihilation, but this week, no! We will be doing something else instead. Maybe we'll play Baldur's Gate. We'll bust into another shed where there's some unsavory things happening.
Find more criminals in the party.
Well, we already have 2. We don't need any more. Monday, 8:30 p.m. Something Sykes, episode titled Old Wounds. CMO McRaven's former lover has infected the ship with space syphilis. Commodore Sivek is continuing to record the shortcomings of his captain, and CMO Suddux gets some news from Starfleet Medical. Oh boy.
What happens on this channel besides today?
Mondays are wild. Tuesday, Conan at 7 p.m. Season 3, Episode 13, The Price of Action. The party uses children, sex workers, I hope they're not the same, and drunken mercenaries to find the men that attacked them in Poreside, and to figure out who the Keeper of Souls really is.
They're not the same.
They're not the same. They're not the same. Not the same. And join us next Wednesday when maybe we'll do something. Who knows?
Maybe.
Bye, everybody.